playoff time, and tonight's Game 2 has all the key ingredients. Two division rivals, the Dallas Stars and the St. Louis Blues. The coaching matchup, Bob Gainey of the Stars and Bob Berry of the Blues. Two superstars, Mike Modano and Brett Hull, and a flashy supporting cast, Russ Courtnall and Brendan Shanahan. In the Stars' first ever playoff game in Texas, Bob Gainey made Darcy Wakaluk the Stars' Game 1 starter. He frustrated St. Louis early and gave the Stars the chance to strike first and second. Dave Gagne and Brent Gilchrist scored 85 seconds apart. The Stars built a 3-1 lead, but when the Blues rallied to tie the game in the third, Grant Ledyard's dramatic goal gave the Stars Game 1. Next, Game 2, Stars and the Blues, Stanley Cup playoffs on HSE.
It's a Cold War. The Dallas Stars. Yeah, the Stars are right tonight. It's a Cold War.
Dallas Stars Hockey is sponsored by Dr. Pepper and your local Dr. Pepper bottler. Remember, Dr. Pepper, just what the doctor ordered. By Southwest Airlines, offering frequent flights and low everyday fares, which is why flying Southwest Airlines is just plain smart. By Tom Thumb, your remarkable store. By Miller Lite, great taste, less filling. Can your beer do this? By the new Dodge, a division of Chrysler Corporation. By Gillette Sensor and the new Gillette Series. Gillette, the best a man can get. By Gatorade Thirst Quencher. For that deep down body thirst, nothing works better than Gatorade. And by Discover Card. It pays to discover the card that pays you back.
The Dallas Stars. Yeah, the Stars are out tonight. It's a Cold War.
Tonight, live from Reunion Arena in Dallas, Texas, it's the Stanley Cup playoffs on the Dallas Stars Hockey Network. Tonight, Game 2 of the quarterfinal round featuring the Dallas Stars and the St. Louis Blues. Good evening, everybody. Mike Forens, your play-by-play host, as the Stars and Blues get together for Game 2 after an initial game on Sunday that saw the Stars the winners by a score of 5-3. Pyrotechnics in the background here again this evening, and the Stars found out that the Blues had some fireworks of their own once they get going on that power play. St. Louis scored 2 power play goals in Sunday's game, one at the very end of a power play. The Stars know they have to stay out of the box and keep the Blues off that man advantage. Ralph Strangis for the Stars, they'll probably be content to just add more of the same of what they saw Sunday from their bench.
Well, Mike, there's an old playoff expression, the singer's got to sing and the dancer's got to dance, but on Sunday's game it was the understudies and the chorus that came up with big performances, especially out in front of the St. Louis Blues goal. The Dallas Stars wanted to get players out in front, and they did get players out in front of Curtis Joseph. Brent Gilchrist, early in the game, he is persistent, he takes the pounding, but he does get the goal. Later on, in the game between the Stars and the Blues in Game 1, the Stars continue to put bodies out front. They've also been working on a drill when they're out in front of Curtis Joseph to put the puck up underneath the crossbar. Russ Courtnall makes a perfect pass to Brent Gilchrist between the legs of Nedved, and Gilchrist goes up and underneath the crossbar, and the Stars won that game 5-3 because they were willing to pay the price in front. The Blues need to clear the Stars out. Dallas, Mike, needs to continue to do the same kind of things to be successful against St. Louis.
Fans are looking forward to it. You can hear them behind us. They're just going crazy in anticipation of the start of this game. The Blues players, many, I'm told, were taken aback by the intensity of this Dallas crowd.
Yeah, it was a rough afternoon for the St. Louis Blues. There was a lot of complaining by the Blues after the game about the officiating, about the crowd, about the noise, about everything, but it's a playoff series. They want to latch onto something. They want the us against them. Big game tonight for the Stars.
Starting in goal this evening for St. Louis once again will be Curtis Joseph. Joseph played Sunday and took the loss. His goals against average right now, 5.08. He'll be backed up again by Jim Rivnak. For Dallas, it's another return for Darcy Wakaluk, who picked up the victory and was named the number 2 star of Game 1. He has a 3.00 goals against average, allowing just 3 goals in 60 minutes. Andy Moog will be the backup again tonight for the Dallas Stars. Those are your starting goaltenders. We'll be back with play-by-play in just a couple of minutes on the Dallas Stars Hockey Network.
Game 2, Western Conference quarterfinals, the Dallas Stars and the St. Louis Blues. Dallas leads the best of 7, 1-0, and Dallas 4-0 versus St. Louis at Reunion Arena this year. The Blues are winless in their last 3 against the Stars, 2 losses and a tie. Dallas has outscored the Blues 3-1 in Game 1 on 5-on-5 situations. Dallas wants to play at even strength. They must stay out of the penalty box. The Blues power play very potent. Blues must get production from key players. Shanahan, Hall, Nedved, Stastny, they have to show up. St. Louis also needs to help out Curtis Joseph in front of their net. Dallas was storming them. Blues need to find a physical element to their game. Joseph has allowed 11 goals to Dallas in the last 2 games. That is well above what you would expect from one of the best goaltenders in the National Hockey League.
Here we go, ready to start game number 2. Our referee this evening is Paul Dvorsky. The linesmen are Gord Brosiker and Brian Murphy. Ron Hogarth is the backup official. The off-ice officials are from Los Angeles, California. We're underway as the Dallas Stars get the draw, and here is Ludwig up the right wing boards now for Ledyard. He dumps it back inside the St. Louis zone. Joseph blocks it behind the net. Zombo spins it up the boards. It bounces off Hull to center ice. Picked up now by Bozon on the left wing. His long slap shot blocked off the pad of Wakaluk. It hit him in the chest on the carom off the upper portion of the pad. And now Bozon struggles to the side of the net. Hull sneaks in behind Wakaluk, but the puck is cleared to the corner. Dean Evason knocking it into the near boards, and Ledyard is over to get it. Speeds it ahead to Churla on the right wing. Here's Churla tipping it across the line. Gilchrist tries to get to the front of the net. He's held up by Zombo. Now Hull in to throw a hit on Churla in behind the goal. Peter Stastny tries to dig it out. Now it's played behind the net, and Hull works it up the boards. Nedved's there to start out, and Nedved works out to center ice. Played at the red line by Hatcher. Hatcher bounces it to the blue line, and it's taken over by Janney. Blues zone to our right, Dallas zone to our left. The first line change of the game. The puck cleared into the corner and bounces away toward the front of the net, but Hatcher's got it. Here's Darian Hatcher to center. Left wing side. Broughton a shot. Save. Rebound. Tip wide as Joseph just knocked that drive wide off the stick of Neil Broughton. Broughton chasing the puck in the corner. Brings it out front. On his backhand. He circles and can't get a shot off. Broughton along the sideboards. Being held now by Kasatonov. And the Blues start back. Up to center ice. It's cleared by Shanahan. Back into the Dallas end. Wakaluk behind the goal. Slides it up the glass. Janney keeps it in. But it's taken over now by Neil Broughton. On the right wing. Over to Paul Broughton at the blue line. Paul Broughton coming on with a wrist shot. A save by Joseph. Rebound. Cleared again. Back to the point, and it's spun outside the line for Janney. Taken over by the Stars. On the right wing is Paul Broughton walking in. A slap shot. A save by Joseph. Kicked back into the near corner. Rebound shot. Sent right from the near corner boards by Paul Broughton, and Joseph kicked that wide. Back come the Blues on the attack. Walking in is Shanahan. He scores! Brendan Shanahan taking a nice speed pass from right wing, and the Blues strike first. They lead 1-0.
Well, the Stars got off to the kind of start that they wanted. They limited St. Louis chances. They also put a lot of pressure down on Curtis Joseph, but could not beat him early in the game. Then the guns come roaring back for the Blues. Janney, their big-time playmaking assist specialist, slides it across, and the one-timer by Shanahan beats Wakaluk upstairs under the bar. Brendan Shanahan did not have a goal on Sunday afternoon, had 2 assists, and scores his first of the playoffs to make it 1-0. And St. Louis takes an early lead.
Janney gets the assist at 2:06 on Shanahan's first goal of the Stanley Cup playoffs this year. Into the corner now. The Stars come back, and here's Ledyard to move it out. Over on the right wing. Gets it out to center ice, and Courtnall throws it back to the St. Louis line. Zombo's over to take it. Right side for Nedved. He brings it out to center. A collision there as Ledyard ties up now with Dave Roberts, and the puck cleared out of the zone. Out to center ice comes Mike Modano has it poke check free, and back come the Blues on the attack. Brett Hull throws it back into the near corner. Ludwig is back to take it. Craig Ludwig, right side pass for Courtnall. Courtnall stick handling to his own line, brings to center ice. Roberts steals the pass and flips it back into the Dallas zone. Now here comes Courtnall starting out again on right wing. Courtnall inside the line. Checked on the play. Tries to work it loose, but the Blues come back on the attack as Steve Duchesne finds Bozon on right wing. Prokhorov heads to the net. Here's a shot. Wakaluk the save. Rebound knocked down in behind the goal and cleared up the left boards for Mike McPhee. McPhee in the corner over to Doug Zamolik. Zamolik's out on defense for Dallas and starts ahead up the near boards. Paul Cavallini paired with Zamolik. The puck cleared to center ice. The Blues have it now, and Duchesne flips it right back inside the Dallas zone. Wakaluk knocks it down behind the net, and here's Cavallini to start out. Right side pass for Craig, stolen at the blue line. Cavallini backs him up, brings it ahead to center. Now it's taken back again by St. Louis. On the left wing is Dave Mackey into the near corner. Zamolik's got him tied up, and the puck comes over to Eklund. Here's Pelle Eklund starting out. Stick handles, moves it right wing side. A pass to Mike Craig at center. Craig across the blue line, wrist shot. Joseph with the pad save. And the rebound cleared over now to Kasatonov, and he starts ahead with Housley. Works to center ice, knocked down in the neutral zone by Ledyard over to Eklund, and tipped back inside the St. Louis zone. Mackey works it out to center, but Ledyard's got it again for Dallas. Rink wide pass for Craig Ludwig, bouncing past Craig. The Stars want to get a line change in, and the Blues dump it right back in. Mackey throwing to the side of the Dallas net. Wakaluk clears it off the right wing board. Shane Churla's got the puck. He moves to center. Long slap shot. Joseph to save. Rebound shot on Dean Evason. Was denied as Joseph made a sprawling save in front of the St. Louis goal. Now back into the corner. Churla tries to dig it out. He's held up on the play by Shanahan. And back comes Murray Barron now for St. Louis. On the left wing. Passes ahead to Herkes. Herkes dumps it back into the Dallas zone, and Matvichuk is there to play it. Richard Matvichuk circles his own net. Works to the blue line. Up to center ice. Dumps it back inside the St. Louis zone on the right wing. Barron in the corner, but Joseph throws it by him off the near boards, and Murray Barron has to go pick it up. Barron skates to center for Shanahan. Over to Janney. Dumps it back into the Dallas zone. Off the boards now. Shanahan goes to pick it up. Stick handling at the side of the net. Chased by Hatcher. Hatcher's got him. The puck comes loose, and Neil Broughton picks it up. Here's Broughton. Pass out on the left wing. Up to Churla at center ice. Shane Churla across the line to Matvichuk. He's tripped at the line, and Tilly takes over. Tilly over on the right wing. Moves it out to Shanahan at center. He's got the Blues goal. Across the line to Janney. Now to Duchesne. Backhand shot. And Wakaluk sticks that into the corner. It's played behind the net for Janney. Janney stick handling, tries to work it out front. It's knocked away by Wakaluk. Centering pass, cleared to the right point. Tilly a drive. And he sent that through a crowd wide of the net. Duchesne throwing a hit from behind, knocking Paul Broughton off his skates. And the Blues still control in the Dallas zone. Paul Broughton able to pick it up. Works to center for Gagne. Right wing side now for Neil Broughton. Neil Broughton, cross check to the ice in the near corner. And we're going to have the game's first penalty call here against Dave Roberts of St. Louis at 6:06 of the first period. When we come back, the Stars will be on the power play. This is the Dallas Stars Hockey Network.
One all against Mike Modano. He takes the first penalty in game 2 against Neil Broughton. He's out there to harass the Stars. And he did so to the tune of a penalty. Stars are on the power play after a big chance that they had, almost beating Joseph.
From Richardson, Texas, comes Mark Madison, who is first up this evening on the Molson power play contest. The puck sent back inside the Dallas zone. Stars went 2 for 7 on the power play in game 1 on Sunday, 28%. Blues killing off 5 of 7, 71%. At the blue line. Inside the St. Louis zone, Cavallini keeps it in, and now Zombo steals and starts back. Works it ahead on the right wing. It was intended for Hull, but it's picked off, and the Stars take over. Here comes Courtnall to center ice. Over on the right wing. Courtnall drop past Modano. Wrist shot right on goal. Save made by Joseph. Played back into the corner now. Modano tries to dig it loose. Over to Courtnall. Rink wide pass to Paul Cavallini. Cavallini over to Modano. Fires from a bad angle. Rebound shot sent wide. And Joseph didn't have to touch either of those. Rebound came off the backboards. Here's Ledyard out to center ice. Feeds it left wing side. Courtnall across the blue line. Looks for Gilchrist in front. Has to go back to the point for Cavallini. Centering pass. Gilchrist a shot. A rebound save made by Joseph. Now to Ledyard a drive. Up high off the glass. The puck forwarded with the gloved hand by Dallas. And the faceoff will come all the way out of the zone. And Play stops with 42 seconds left to go in the Roberts penalty, and the crowd enjoys that kind of action a lot.
Well, what an effort by Paul Cavallini to keep that puck in. It is a big chance by the Dallas Stars. Brent Gilchrist, again, the garbage guy, right out in front of Curtis Joseph. Puck looks like it's leaving the zone, and Paul Cavallini dives across to keep it in, but he did it with his hand, pushing it across to Grant Ledyard. Big chances for the Dallas Stars on the power play. They've outshot the Blues 9-6 already through the first 7.5 minutes of the period, but the Blues have the only goal.
Stars get the face-off. Still on the power play here as Hatcher throws it across the line. Murray Barron in behind the net, wings it off the boards, out of the zone to center, and Matvichuk's back to play it. Here's Richard Matvichuk. Right side pass to Eklund. Kelly Eklund over on right wing. Brent Gilchrist across the St. Louis line, now on the right wing boards. Stops and guides it into the corner. Picked up by Eklund. He takes it behind the goal. A centering pass, a shot, and a save made by Joseph. He's got it covered and hangs on as the Stars keep the pressure on that St. Louis net.
Curtis Joseph spreads out very well along the goal line. He'll get anything down low. Stars know they got to go up high. Eklund centers it. Gilchrist's shot never gets up in the air, and Joseph is covering all the way across, stretched from post to post, and everything down low. Pelle Eklund, who joined the Stars at the trading deadline, acquired from Philadelphia for future considerations, has had good success in the playoffs with the Flyers. 43 points in 59 career playoff games.
Despite the lone goal of this game being scored by Shanahan, the Stars have outshot the Blues 11-6. They're off to a great beginning in that department. At the point, it's kept inside the zone now and cleared by Matvichuk along the sideboards. Eklund chasing it behind the net. Pelle Eklund tries to dig it out. It bounces over to Shanahan, and Shanahan clears through open ice out to center. Matvichuk takes it there, dumps it back inside the St. Louis zone. Penalty's over, and the Blues now back at full strength. For St. Louis, here's Roberts out of the penalty box, dumping it into the right wing corner of the Dallas zone. Played by Wakaluk. Back to the left point. Housley fans on a shot attempt. Eklund works it free, gets out to center, but then Housley rescues again and takes it back for St. Louis, dumping into the Dallas zone. The Stars' Matvichuk throws it high in the air, and it strikes one of the speakers, one of the microphones dangling from underneath the scoreboard, and play is called. 11:22 left in the first period. Blues on top, 1-0. This is the Dallas Stars Hockey Network. Dallas Stars versus St. Louis Blues playoff t-shirts and the inaugural year playoff program are just $18 plus $3 for shipping and handling. Operators are standing by now to take the calls at 214-GO-STARS. The fifth caller tonight gets a second t-shirt free. So call now, 214-GO-STARS. Caller number 5 gets 2 shirts instead of 1.
Bob Berry, they say in St. Louis, Mike, the coach of the St. Louis Blues, is fighting for his life. They think this is a make or break series, perhaps. We'll talk more about that.
Paul's face-off now, and some pushing and shoving starting from the draw, as Mike McPhee was in there to line up and get ready to go against Tom Tilley. Linesman Brian Murphy ready to drop the puck. It's Nedved in there to work the draw against Eklund. Eklund wins it. Brings it back to Ludwig. He flips to center ice, and it bounces on inside the St. Louis zone. The Blues come out. Lead pass to Nedved. Knocked down at the blue line, and Ludwig takes over. Clears all the way to center. Duchesne has to go back into his own end. 11 minutes to play here in the first period. The Blues lead 1-0 on Brendan Shanahan's first goal of the playoffs. Mike McPhee dumps the puck to the St. Louis line, and Tilley's there to take it. He scoots it past Ludwig back inside the Dallas zone. Ludwig jumps into the corner, stops, and throws it up the boards, and Nedved takes over there, tries to clear. Ludwig takes his man down and gets a roughing call, a boarding call, pardon me. He crashed into him, and Ludwig heads to the box. This will put up St. Louis on the power play advantage. 1-0 Blues leading. This is the Dallas Stars Hockey Network.
Minor penalty of the series. He had 123 penalty minutes during the season, and roughing is the call from Paul Dvorsky as Ludwig goes into the boards hard against Nedved, and the Stars will go shorthanded for the first time this hockey game.
Blues went 2 for 7 on Sunday with the Stars killing off 5 of 7. St. Louis's power play gets a chance to go here as the $9 million power play is out on the ice now for St. Louis. Housley is at the left point. Here's Duchesne, a shot that's tipped up high off the glass. Shanahan chases it, but it's cleared to the point. Not out. Duchesne keeps it in. Over to Housley. He feeds it to Hull. His slap shot goes wide, and Duchesne off the boards to the right point. Now back over to Craig Janney. Janney walks it into the corner. Here's a centering pass for Housley. Blocked by Wakaluk and cleared out of there by Hatcher.
Great play by Darcy Wakaluk. He blocked that pass. Housley would have been in for a clean shot.
Housley skates to center ice. Gets it across the line to Janney. Janney walking it into Hull. He fires. Oh, that went off Wakaluk's arm and then went over the net, just missing the goal. Back to the point for Housley. He feeds to Janney in the corner. Centers for Hull. Evison's all over him as a pair of number 16s tie up. And now Janney goes into the corner. He's jammed up there by Darian Hatcher. Shanahan trying to clear it, but the Stars steal. Out they come to center ice. And Gilchrist takes to the blue line. Over on the left wing side is pass to Hatcher, back in front for Gilchrist. And he couldn't get the handle on it. Now it's played back off the sideboards. Duchesne works to center ice. 39 seconds to go in the St. Louis power play. Over on the left wing is Housley to Shanahan. Shanahan drops it back again to Phil Housley into the left wing corner for Nedved. Takes it behind the net. Peter Nedved trying to center. Hatcher blocks that. Now in back of the goal again. Ledyard's there to play it. Centers it in front. That's knocked free. It's backed off the boards now and played by Brendan Shanahan. Looking to the point man. Can't get it to Housley. Throws it in front. Nedved with a quick drive that went wide of the net. Back to Duchesne. Duchesne into the corner. Out to Hull. And Shanahan fires a shot that misses wide. Penalty about to expire. The Stars clear it all the way down the ice. No icing. And Craig Ludwig is out of the box. And the Dallas Stars are back at full strength. Here comes Nedved to center. Nedved up across the line to Prokhorov on the right wing. Into Nedved in the corner. Brings it back to Prokhorov, and Cavallini takes it in behind the goal. Paul Cavallini winds it off the boards, looking for Modano. Finds him at center ice, but now he's held up by Peter Stastny. Puck moved back to the St. Louis line. Modano poking it into the corner. Off the near boards. Courtnall. He's bowled into by Stastny. A tie-up on the play. We've got a penalty call coming. I think it's going to be a St. Louis penalty to Stastny. After Courtnall had thrown an initial hit, Stastny came in and applied one from behind. He used his stick and cross-checks Courtnall. The Dallas Stars appear to be set up next on the power play.
That one will make General Manager Ron Caron of the Blues very upset. It was Courtnall who did the initial dirty work along the boards. The retaliation is what Paul Dvorsky sees. Courtnall with a big check from behind. And then he is plowed into in turn by Stastny after he takes a pretty good run along the boards himself, and Stastny goes. The Stars go on the power play for the second time in the hockey game. Stastny for boarding.
Next up for Molson's is Tom Struff of Dallas. Tom Struff will have a chance to win $100 courtesy of the Molson Brewery.
Darcy Wakaluk concentrating in his end, has his eyes shut to concentrate. Bob Gainey said he knows when he's supposed to open them.
Mike Modano out there with Gagne on the right, who now is tripped up by Murray Barron right on the faceoff. Modano was asked to leave the faceoff. It'll be Shanahan against Gagne. Blues get the draw. Back into the corner it goes. Here's Rick Zombo to play it. He's tied up on the play. Modano gets tripped. Now Modano piled on in the corner, and the puck is underneath them, and Courtnall wants to know why a penalty isn't coming out of this. Modano found himself on the bottom of the pile, and he was knocked down twice to get there.
Very vocal Brendan Shanahan after game one suggested that Mike Modano find a skate sharpener, insinuating that Mike took dives every time he had contact in game one. When you lose game one, those are the kind of things that you say. Modano, obviously a marked man in this series. Doesn't take a genius to know if you can keep Modano and Courtnall off the board, you have a much better chance of beating the Stars.
Puck cleared off the glass to the point, kept inside the line by Matvichuk. He throws behind the goal now for Gagne. Here's Gagne over to pick it up for Dallas. Taken away and cleared to the blue line. Kevin Miller getting a stick on it, but it's cleared past Matvichuk. Matvichuk back into his own zone, out to Modano at center ice. Blues leading 1-0. Stars have the power play. Brett Hull steals the puck and clears it all the way back into the Dallas zone. Matvichuk at the side of the net. Stick handling, works it ahead to center. Left wing side. Hatcher across the line. Into the corner. Zombo has it knocked free. It's played over to Courtnall. Back to the point, but Matvichuk had come a little too close to the center point position. The puck got away from him. Back is Matvichuk to chase it. 7 minutes to go, first period. Just under a minute remaining in the Dallas power play. Here's Modano ahead to Gilchrist across the line. Rink-wide pass for Modano in the corner. Along the right wing boards is Mike Modano. Throws it over to Courtnall. Winds up, fakes the shot. Hangs on to it, carrying back to the far point. Courtnall still controlling the puck. Over to Cavallini. His one-timer just wide of the net. And Kasatonov goes back to get it. Alexei Kasatonov flips it all the way down to ease the pressure. Time for another Dallas rush as Cavallini's back to chase it. 20 seconds to go in the Stars power play. Stastny still off the ice for boarding. Lead pass off the skate of Evason. Cleared by the Blues. And Steve Duchesne flips it all the way down. Ledyard back to pick it up in his own zone. Starts to center. 6 seconds remaining in the power play. Long slap shot by Ledyard. Right on. Blocker save made by Joseph. And now the puck cleared all the way down the ice. And the penalty is over. The Blues are back at full strength. Wakaluk leads it ahead on right wing to Evason. He's onside into the corner for Dean Evason. Evason crunched against the boards. Hit hard by Barron. Back to the point comes the puck. Hatcher a shot. Knocked down. And Tom Tilley has it for the Blues. Out to Stastny at center. Left wing side. Stastny flipping it toward the front of the net. Wakaluk dives to his left. Grasps the puck and hangs on to stop play. Some pushing and shoving here as the linesmen come in to separate the players. This is the Dallas Stars.
See the Dallas Stars at home in Reunion Arena will be Tuesday, April 26th at 7:35 if the series goes to 5 games for the first round of the playoffs. Great seats are still available, but going fast. Operators are standing by now to take your ticket orders. Call 214-GO-STARS. That, if necessary, means Bob Gainey and his Stars would have to sweep Bob Berry's St. Louis Blues. They have a 1-0 series lead. Anything but a sweep means we'll be back here on Tuesday night.
It was probably 7 or 8 minutes ago when we pointed out that Dallas had outshot the Blues 11-6. Each team has had only one shot on net since then. Here's another drifted toward the Stars goal as Wakaluk handles easily and leads it out of the zone to center ice. The Blues' Tom Tilley back to pick it up. Right wing side to center. Slapped by Doug Zamolik back inside the St. Louis end. Tilley's got it behind the net. Over now to Murray Barron to center. Goes past everybody all the way down the ice. Gord Brosseton says icing, and Gordon Murphy, or rather Brian Murphy, raising his arm and blowing the whistle to stop play. Will bring the faceoff back into the St. Louis zone.
Paul Cavallini had a big day Sunday afternoon. 2 assists against his former team, the St. Louis Blues. He's on a big point-scoring streak. 8 points in his last 3 games, including a career-high night the last time the Stars and Blues met for the regular season. The last time these teams played in a playoff series was 1991. Paul Cavallini played for the St. Louis Blues. The Blues lost that series in 6 games to the Stars, who went on to beat the defending champion Edmonton Oilers in the conference finals before losing in the Stanley Cup Finals in '91 to Pittsburgh.
Faceoff will be to the left of Curtis Joseph. 5:04 remaining here in the first period. The Blues goal by Brendan Shanahan is still standing. Here's a shot right off the faceoff. Mike Craig putting it into the midsection of Joseph. And the puck cleared out of the zone left side for Roberts. In across the line to Hall. Hit by Mike Craig. Puck played behind the net. Modano tries to knock it free. Now Craig at the side of the goal to Ledyard. Grant Ledyard behind the net. Right side for Craig. Out of the zone to center ice. The Blues, Housley fires it back into the Dallas zone. Up the boards it comes to McPhee in the corner. Now back to Ledyard behind the goal. Grant Ledyard tries to shake loose and gets away from Mackey. Plays to the blue line, and Modano pushing it on out to center ice. Brett Hull starts out now for St. Louis to the Dallas line. Taken away by Ludwig. Off the near boards for Craig to the blue line of St. Louis. In on the right wing. Here's a shot by Craig. Stick to side. Back over to Modano. Mike Modano out to Hatcher. Walks in. He shoots. Joseph the save. And he covers up on the rebound. That either hit him high in the chest or it might have hit him right in the face mask. And Joseph taking a little time in getting up. But he stayed in front of it.
No goaltender in the National Hockey League has seen more rubber this season than Curtis Joseph. 2,300 shots against. Stars pummeled him in game one, and now Derian Hatcher has him moving to his left, but Joseph doing a good job staying with Hatcher, playing the angle and knocking Big Hatch's drive down. What a year Derian Hatcher had for the Dallas Stars. He was the club's plus-minus leader. After coming back from a season in which he was minus 20-something, he was a plus 19 this year with the Stars. Huge comeback for Hatch.
From the face-off, Paul Broughton into the corner now, gives to Gagne. And Gagne tries to dig it out. Ties up along the sideboards. Jammed up is Gagne, held there. And he's all over him, and now Paul Broughton comes in to help him out. He's knocked off the puck by Zombo, and the Blues come back. Here's Shanahan to center. Right side, Janney gets across the line. Walking in is Janney, drop pass Shanahan. Stolen puck by Neil Broughton. Ahead to Paul Broughton. Left wing pass across the line. Cutting in is Gagne to Broughton, a shot just wide of the net. Paul Broughton sending it away from the goal. And now Paul Broughton digging into the corner. Back to Hatcher at the point. His shot knocked down. Paul Broughton reaching for it, and he's hooked on the play. And the puck cleared over to the corner now for Miller. Kevin Miller starts out. Leads it ahead to center ice for Shanahan. Shanahan dumps it across the line. Back inside the Dallas zone, and Matt Tkachuk is there to play it. Blues lead 1-0. 3 minutes to go here in the first period. Hatcher throws a hit on Bozan, knocks Bozan's helmet off, and Modano is back to get the puck. Can't clear the zone. It drifts to the side of the net. Wakaluk's got it, and he hangs on. Covering the puck is Matt Tkachuk, and Bozan start to push and shove. Bozan still without a helmet after being hit earlier by Hatcher.
Philippe Bozan played in only 63 NHL games prior to this season, all with St. Louis. 7 goals and 16 points. This year, the Chamonix, France native Bozan played in 80 of the club's 84 games, had 9 goals and 25 points. In his career, playoff numbers include 2 goals in 17 games. Bozan has been a very important player this year for the St. Louis Blues, been a regular in a lineup that has not had all that much regular activity. Lots of new faces, especially, Mike, in a very important time of the year when they made all the trades at the trading deadline in March.
Bozan heads back to the bench now and is replaced by Brett Hull, who comes out onto the ice, and he'll be out there now for St. Louis. The Stars have Cavallini heading to the bench. The Stars have the last line change, and Cavallini and Zamolik head off the ice now, and there's a conversation going on between Paul Dvorsky and Bob Gainey, and Gainey wanted to know why Bozan was allowed to change so late. I think Bob Gainey has a good point. The visitors must change immediately, and then the home team has the last line change. Bozan's departure appeared to be delayed. Here's a lead pass to center ice. Ledyard dumps it back to the St. Louis blue line, and Murray Barron dumping it back to the Dallas zone. Ludwig is back to play it. Leads it ahead for Modano. On the right wing is Courtnall. He's cutting in. Courtnall takes it behind the goal and chased off the puck by Tom Tilley. Tilley leads it ahead now for Bozan, who jumps back out there on the right wing, dumps it across the Dallas line. Played by Wakaluk off the boards. At the point, Stastny keeps it in. Wakaluk dumping it back into the near corner. Peter Stastny is there to play it. He's challenged by Courtnall. Courtnall ties up Bozan. Tries to knock him off the puck. It's kicked loose behind the goal. Ludwig over to play the man. The puck comes out front. Here's a shot. Ledyard blocking that effort off the stick of Bozan. And the Stars clear it all the way down the ice, but it's on net, so no icing. Back come the Blues. Housley out to center to Roberts. Dumped across the Dallas line and into the corner. Zamolik's there to play it to Cavallini. Back to Zamolik behind the net. Up the left wing boards for Gilchrist. Now back to Zamolik. Left side to Gilchrist. Moves to center. Right wing to Churla. Shane Churla hit on the play by Roberts, who hooks him off the puck, and Cavallini has to come over and help out. Paul Cavallini across the line. Over on the left wing, fires a shot. Pad save made by Joseph. We're down to 1:17 left in the first period. Carsley ties up in the corner. The puck kicked loose for Evason. Throws behind the goal. Gilchrist into the corner. Takes it back to the top of the circle, left side. On the far boards, he gives it to Churla. Shane Churla spinning it around. Here's a shot by Gilchrist just wide. Now Evason behind the goal to Gilchrist. Gilchrist pulled over. A shot covered by Joseph on the play. And he hangs on. And now Evason dumped away from in front of the net. Linesman Gord Brussiker and Brian Murphy getting in there to keep the players apart. And the Stars want to know where the penalty calls are with the interference coming after the whistle. It does not appear as though anything is going to be issued here in the way of a penalty. A nice hit thrown at the side of the goal to keep Gilchrist away, but after Evason had it covered, Dean Evason given an extra shot and pushed away from in front of the St. Louis goal. They've moved the faceoff outside the line. It'll be held in neutral ice now. And Bob Gainey changes up, bringing Dean Evason and company back to the players bench, and it'll be the two Broughtons on now for Dallas, along with Dave Gagne on the left wing. Back to play the blue line is Darian Hatcher with Craig Ludwig. Stars get the draw. Ludwig shifts it across the line. Duchesne is back to get it for St. Louis. He flips to the neutral zone, dumped right back in by the Stars. And lead pass to center, drifts all the way across the line back into the Dallas zone. Wakaluk playing it to the right boards. Out to Neil Broughton. Here's Broughton wearing the captain's C in this game. Dumps it across the line, and Duchesne is back to get it in the corner. Plays it off the sideboards again. Paul Broughton kicks it loose. Here's Paul Broughton taking it behind the goal. Walks it around in front of shot. Saved by Joseph. Rebound grabbed by Duchesne. Steve Duchesne starts ahead to center ice. To the Dallas line for Janney. Janney walking in. Gives to Miller. Now to Shanahan. Played away. And kicked out of the zone as Gagne pushes it all the way out to center ice. Now Zombo for St. Louis. Time running out in the period to Duchesne on left wing. There's the horn to signal the end of the first period of play. And the Dallas Stars and St. Louis Blues had only one goal scored between them. That went to Brendan Shanahan, his first from Janney at 2:06 of the period. The Stars outshot the Blues 18-11 during the first period of play. More hockey coverage coming your way after we step out for these messages on the Dallas Stars Hockey Network. Blues won, the Dallas Stars nothing at the end of one period of play here in Game 2 of the Western Conference quarterfinals of the Stanley Cup playoffs. Mike Forens welcoming you back once again to Dallas Stars hockey. The lone goal scored by Brendan Shanahan, his first of the season from Craig Janney at 2:06. Shots on goal went the way of the Stars, 18-11 favoring Dallas during the first period. In body checks, the Blues out-hit the Stars 7-6. In faceoffs, the Stars outdrew the Blues 8-7. Only 3 minor penalties called during the period, affording each team a couple of power play chances. Dallas went 0 for 2, and St. Louis went 0 for 1 on the power play during the first period. Let's check in downstairs right now with Ralph Strangis.
All right, Mike, thank you very much. And the Stars in Game 2 want to repeat what happened in Game 1. In Game 1, they got some great scoring chances, and they scored. A guy who was out front and doing a lot of the work is a guy who played in his first playoff game for the Dallas Stars after a 41 playoff game career in Montreal, number 41, Brent Gilchrist. And, Gilly, the other night you had an opportunity to get a couple of goals. We're going to take a quick look at them, and you can explain to us why it was possible for you to make the play.
Well, here I knew Russ was going to probably get a good shot on net, so I was just waiting to see if a rebound was coming out, and I just chipped it with my stick, and I had a chance to whack it in. I knew I was going to get hit from behind, and I was just hoping they wouldn't call me in the crease.
You did make some contact out there, and Bob Gainey says you guys go ahead and go to the net. It's not a minefield.
No, that's it. If you're battling in front and whacking at the puck, you know, that's how to beat Chris Joseph sometimes. He's a great goaltender, and to get those chances, that's the way we're going to beat him. Russ made a great play here behind the back, and I knew Chris had to slide over, and I just tried to get the backhand up as high as I could and as quick as I could.
Tonight, we've had some opportunities, some good chances out front, but we've just not been able to put them in. What's the difference?
I don't think there's a difference. I think we had the similar first period in the first game, and I know we had a lot of chances in that game. The puck didn't go in. We can't get discouraged. I know I had 3 or 4 good opportunities to score, and puck didn't go in yet, but I got to get it upstairs, and we're going to work hard, and if we keep getting those opportunities on Chris, sooner or later they're going to go in.
Did you notice?
Curtis, sorry.
Chris, one of the Josephs.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you notice anything different tonight in the first period against the St. Louis Blues? Did they change their attack at all from game one?
Well, they're coming at us. There's no question. They got 10 or 11 shots that period, and I think on Sunday they didn't have that many chances. And you give Brendan Shanahan a shot right in the slot, he's going to bury it often. So we got to eliminate that from our game and keep pushing them in their own end. If we get those kind of chances in front of the net, we're going to be successful.
Another ex-Montrealer, Mike McPhee, told me this morning that there appears to be a heck of a lot of intensity and desire to win in the Stars dressing room. You concur with that?
Well, I think this team's played with a lot of commitment all season to a system that proves that you can win hockey games. And I think we're doing that tonight, and I think we did it on Sunday, and I hope we keep doing it the rest of the season.
Well, Gilly, thanks for joining us. Good luck in period 2 and 3 and in game 2 here against the St. Louis Blues.
Thanks, Ralph.
That's Brent Gilchrist of the Dallas Stars. He, for being our guest, will receive a gift certificate from our friends at Mondo Collection at the Dallas Galleria. We'll have more when we continue from Reunion Arena in Dallas. The Blues lead the Stars 1-0 after 1, but don't you fret. We'll be back with more in a moment on the Dallas Stars Hockey Network.
Play here in game 2 tonight. Now would be a great time to call to order the Andy Moog 300th win t-shirt. Here's a great collectible that would be a perfect gift for the hockey fan in your family. It's available in adult sizes small through extra large. The cost is $18 plus tax, shipping, and handling. Operators are standing by to take your call. The number is 214-GO-STARS. Well, you can learn to play like the pros if you attend the first annual Dallas Stars Summer Hockey School. It features one-on-one teaching from Stars players and coaches, deluxe overnight accommodations, on-ice video, and behind-the-scenes training sessions. It all takes place at the Stars Center, the practice home of the Dallas Stars. The Dallas Stars Summer Hockey School is open to children ages 8 through 17. The cost is $595. The number to call for more information or to place your reservation is 1-800-STARS-92. We'll be back and check the out-of-town scores from the other series taking place in the National Hockey League, but first we'll pause for these messages on the Dallas Stars Hockey Network. Nothing lead over the Dallas Stars at the end of one period of play here in Dallas, Texas this evening at Reunion Arena. We have other scores from other games to tell you about around the National Hockey League, courtesy of Southwest Airlines. The Red Wings, who were beaten by the San Jose Sharks the other night, are starting off on the right skate this evening. Sean Burr has scored a goal to give Detroit a 1-0 lead over the San Jose Sharks. After one period, they're now in the second period of that game. Artur Zerbe is in net for San Jose. Chris Osgood has come back in goal for Detroit. Does that surprise anybody at all that Bob Essensa is not playing in that game? Vancouver at Calgary is later on, and the other game tonight, Chicago at Toronto, already through one period. They're into the second period in a goaltender's battle. Ed Belfour and Felix Potvin are the goaltenders who are keeping that game at 0-0, which is where we're at right now after two periods of play, or in the second period. The game played at Toronto's Maple Leaf Gardens, and Potvin and Belfour are trying to outdo one another with some of the saves that they have made in that contest this evening. But so far there is no score to report in that game between Chicago and Toronto, and Vancouver and Calgary are later on, and Detroit has a 1-0 lead over the San Jose Sharks. All the scores brought to you as always by our good friends at Southwest Airlines. Right here it's 1-0 with the Blues in the lead over the Stars on a goal by Brendan Shanahan. We'll be back with the second period of tonight's game in just a moment. This is the Dallas Stars Hockey Network.
2 points, their second 50 goal.